Hello guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to kill Big Mom really quickly. That is Cape Queen, she is called in this game. The boss that spawns at every hour increment in Whole Cake Island. So I recommend using TS Rubber or Nika, Lightning, Impact, Dark X Quake, and OP V2 and Dragon V2 is still pretty good. Also Soul's okay to kill her, but for this I'm assuming that you want to fight her for one of three reasons, or multiple. The first reason could be maybe you want her title, which is killing her, or getting her fruit, which is if you get a 1% chance if you kill her, you might get her fruit, which is soul, and you might be able to eat it yourself if you get lucky. 2% with the game pass, that makes it double percent. And the third reason might be you want to level up a fruit or just gain gems in general. So there's quite a few reasons you'd want to kill her. Of course, most people are looking to get soul or level up, but sometimes titles people don't have, so yeah, okay. So what you want to do is, I'm in a private server. Keep your distance from her. You can block, but honestly it's pretty much impossible to block her moves because it's so hard to tell when she's going to use what move, and her moves are so quickly recharging. What you want to do instead is use moves that make you invincible, like King Kong Gun and Kong Gatling, or Bajrang Gun, Red Rock, or even Rygo. So a move that deals damage and makes you pretty much invincible while you're fighting her, instead of trying to block, because blocking can be useful, but rather than just trying to defend yourself, it's probably not going to work with her moves. You can instead attack and defend at the same time. So like, use the moves that will make you invincible when you need to. You might wonder why TS Rubber is almost as good as Nika for killing bosses. At least I believe that. And I think that because it deals almost as much damage, and it's about as easy to hit the moves, just a little bit less easy. You'd be surprised how quick the cooldowns are compared to Nika, so it ends up being about the same damage, but it's arguably even better because it has a flight, and flights are very useful. If you die, you can come back. You've got to be very careful for this, because sometimes she'll just hit you and 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 hit you so many times over that you can't even escape. This is especially a problem in the public server, but in a private server too, because if you're on your own, the last move of her normal hits actually breaks block anyway, so even if you try to block to get out of it, it won't work. You'll just not take the damage of the first few hits and then take the damage of the last one, so it's still not going to work. Keep your distance. Use a fruit that has good long range. This is obviously a great example of that. Nika's pretty good long range too, and obviously Lightning has 3 good long range moves. If you've used it before, you'll know. And Impact, Galaxy Impact is absolutely insane. Even though it's not super long range, it's got a good AoE and it makes you invincible while you're doing it. So it's a good substitute for something. It's basically King Kong Gun, but even better. And you don't have to transform. You can use Astral Body, which doesn't even cost pretty much anything, and it makes you invincible. So if you're about to get destroyed by a move, use that Astral Body. And then Meteor Fist is very good for long range, and Iron Cascade is good for moving. So Impact is also pretty good for killing bosses. And Dark X Quake just has insane AoE with its last move. and it's got decent range and travel. So if you don't have a better mythic, of course that means if you don't have lightning, OPV2 is also another good one because it just came out while I'm recording this and it's kind of broken. It's way too good. Obviously, so OPV2 is another good one. But unless you have one that's like, unless you have one of them that I've mentioned so far, Dark X Quake's probably your next best option. But you want to use escape moves rather than block. No hands appeared with that Grizzly Magnum. I wonder why that glitch happens sometimes. Of course, if you die, you can come back. Not so easy in a public server because you'll lose bounty, but as long as you keep your distance, you know you can't completely avoid the damage, but you can kill her pretty quickly. I think you can do it in about 12 minutes with TS Rubber. And about, if you don't die, 11.5 with Nika, but assuming you die, it'll take longer with Nika. But that's not like the theoretical maximum, that's how much I've been able to achieve on average. And that's solo, that's not with others' help, of course. I'm dead. But I can use gear 4 to come back. And because Cake Queen kills you a lot, or at least, if you're in a public server, you're more likely to die to other people. But in a private server, if you have one to use, and you're willing to wait an hour, that is, or you can macro if you're on PC, or if one of your friends is, of course, then it's a lot less risky, and you don't have to keep hunting for bosses because you just know that it's going to spawn and you don't have to worry about other people stealing your kill. And also, you won't die if you get the good fruit from the boss that you want. So yeah, okay, I recommend Nika, Impact, Dark X Quake, Lightning, TS Rubber, potentially Soul, maybe Dragon, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't use Dovey 2. It's not really very good, especially in public servers, but in private servers too. And yeah, just keep your distance. If you don't have any mythics, try to get TS Rubber. It's definitely the best legendary for killing bosses. If you can't afford, if you don't end up getting that, then some other good legendaries are Ope V1. Not really Leopard, but Phoenix is decent because it's so long ranged. Wait, what am I talking about? Only 2 moves are long ranged. There's the last move. There's the AoE, which is the 3rd move, and the first move is long range, but you move with it. And then the second move is flight with damage. So, no. Yeah, so that's going to be the end of my gear 4 for the second time. What I'd like to do is switch fruits to get the extra levels when I'm doing this in a private server, or even a public server. Once she gets low, like to about 1000 HP at a public server, and about 20 HP in my private server, I'll just switch to the other fruit. And then I'll wait until she's dead, and just hope I've done enough damage. Yeah, but that's not always an option. So sometimes you like, you might not have done enough damage, and then you'll just have to try to deal enough damage with the fruit that you're using right now, because it's better to get the kill, get the gems for actually killing her, instead of potentially not getting the kill and switching to another fruit if you've barely done any damage. If you've done like, if you've dealt 500 damage or more to Cake Queen, I'd say you're probably good. Just switch fruits. If you want to be really safe, you could say 700, but any more than 700 just isn't necessary. You don't really need that. T-pose. What is going on? The problem with this is, oh my god. I'm just gonna Gatling up. You can just see this. Like, unless you spam click or something, sometimes you can get locked in a combo from her and lose 400 health. Just like that. And you can't defend yourself unless you're really quick. Like, I have to use Grizzly Magnum, Jet Pistol, King Kong Gun, Culverin. That's about it to escape. I can't really use Red Hawk, Jet Gatling, Kong Gun, or Kong Gatling, because they all take a while to charge up before they actually do moves. Before they do the hit. I mean, you could use Red Hawk, but it's risky. You'll probably just get hit. You're gonna have to pray that you get enough knockback if you're gonna do Red Hawk. You know, that's assuming you're using Gear 4. But for specifically killing bosses, I would actually recommend using Gear 4 rather than Nika if you have the choice. If you only have Gear 4, then obviously you're going to use that. But even if you have Nika, I would still say probably best to use Gear 4 because of the flight. Try to get as many King Kong guns in as possible, and ideally, right after you King Kong gun, use a Culverin. Couldn't there because, you know, ran out of percentage, but try to come up with a good boss combo. Oh no. Can I give it Grizzly Magnum? Try to come up with a good combo that 4 bosses that works. Now, yeah. The good news is, her knockback is insane, so if you want to run, easy. And then the second she gets close... Oh no. Yeah, I'm burned now, but I won't have to worry very much, because all I have to do is Grizzly Magnum. And then... Oh, come on, Jet Pistol. Ah, damn. I don't even know why this move is in her skill set, because it's not in Soul Fruit. If you eat Soul Fruit, you'll know it's not there. I could use another Grizzly Magnum. I'll just do that. You're kidding me. This move has to be the most annoying move. And then that's the second most annoying move. The other two don't really mean anything. It's just those two. Grizzly Magnum! Alright, now she's at 9 HP. This is obviously an exaggerated example because I am in that private server, but once she's at a low HP, about 1,000 if you're in a public server, switch to the fruit. If you're confident you've done enough damage. Why not switch when you've done like 500 exactly? Well, the reason is you actually do get more gems and experience as a result gems on level ups if you deal more damage. So what you want to do is deal as much damage as possible up to when she's about 1,000 health, and then switch to the fruit that you want to level up. But if you're using the fruit you want to level up, if it's like your first fruit or it's nearly max and you just want to max it with this boss, sorry for the lag, I don't know why my internet's not very good, then you can just deal the damage. Alright, now I'll one-shot her with any move I use. I'm trying to level up Leopard, as you can see. Let me see, where is she? Can I? No, she's gonna hit me straight up. Oh, maybe not. Oh wait, I ran out of... I'm just gonna claw barrage her. Easy. Oh, I got soul. Oh my god, I got soul. Oh my god. Dang. Should I eat it? Nah, bro, leopard's so rare. I've never got soul before. I'm glad I got it. I'm gonna take another screenshot of that. Oh, should I take it though? See, this is a 2% chance for me because I have the Game Pass, but I still never got it before. Should I eat it? I can't drop it. It's either eat or not eat. If I reset with it, it just deletes itself. I can say yes, or it can go away. Do I want to keep Leopard V2? I really do. You know, I could just rebirth to get soul if I need to. Yeah, I'll just rebirth if I want it. But I got really lucky today. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you enjoy whatever you do. And if it's night time, then have a good sleep. Alright, bye.